Our question is state and explain Fermat's principle and show how laws of reflection and refraction arises from it. Okay, according to Fermat's principle, we know that the path actually taken by a ray of light in traveling from one point to the other is the path of least time. So, but in the reflection and refraction at spherical surfaces, you will see that time is maximum. So, in a modified form, we can write Fermat's principle as the path actually taken by a ray of light in a passing from one point to the other is a path of maximum or minimum time. Okay, that is stationary time. Okay, now will derive the laws of reflection. So first law, we here KLMN is a plane mirror and ABCD is a plane surface, where AO is the incident ray, OB is a reflected ray, O and dash is a normal drawn on the point of incident. Okay, here AO and OB is the reflected and O and dash is a normal. So now suppose that instead of O the light is reflected from P and the reflected ray is PB. Okay, we have supposed this as the incident point and PB is the reflected ray. So AP plus PB will be greater than OA plus OB. Okay, but this is against the Fermat's principle, because for the path to be minimum the point O must coincide with point P must coincide with point O. Hence OA, OB and O and S all lies in the same plane. So now comes to the second law. I equal to angle of incidence, R equal to angle of reflection, and C is velocity of light. Okay, the total distance that the ray of light has to travel from A to B with one reflection at O is, let is considered to be L. L is equal to AO plus OB. AO, sorry, this one going wrong. AO plus OB, and which is equal to a square plus x square, and OB is equal to under b square plus l minus x whole square. Now since the speed of light is constant, minimizing the time taken by light to take the path AOB is equivalent to minimizing the path itself. So to do this we will set dl by dx equal to 0. Okay, now we will differentiate this. We will put the values here, and after solving this whole equation we will get sine x upon under root a square plus x square upon equal to l minus x equal to upon under root b square plus l minus x whole square, which is equal to sine and sine r. So angle I is equal to angle r. So angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. So the second law is also proved. Now we'll come to the laws of refraction. So later ray of light starting from A is incident and at point O. So this is point O. This is the source of light, and after refraction it comes to point B. Okay, the angle of incident is I and the angle of refraction is R. The ray follows the path AOB. This path. The ray follows this path. Okay. CO equal to X, AC equal to A, CD equal to D, and BD equal to B. This one. Okay, now if the ray follows the path ADB, now if the ray follows the path, this one path, so what will happen? Then ADB is greater than, but the path will not be shortest. As you can clearly see in the figure, the path is not shortest. So path will be shortest when point D coincide with point O, okay, which will be equals to Fermat's principle. Now come to the second law. C equal to speed of light in vacuum. The speeds of light is respective media, rare medium, n1 equal to c upon b1 equal to c upon n1 and v2 equal to c upon n2. Now we will find the total time taken by light to travel from A to B with a refraction at O. So time will be t equal to AO upon v1 plus OB upon v2, and we will put the value of b1 and v2 here, and we will solve this. So this will come, and we will the total time to minimize the equation. So we will put dt upon dx equal to 0. So we will put here, and after solving the whole equation we will get n1 x under root a square plus x square equal to n2 d minus x upon under root b square plus d minus x whole square, which is n1 sin I and n2 sin r. So after solving we will get sin I upon sin r equal to n2 upon n1. So the whole of Fermat's principle is proved. You will get the PDF in the description. So thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.